Well, good evening. It is. Where did that come from? It is
Coronavirus.
Oh no! It's Monday night. Oh. And we're around the wrong way for some reason. Anyway, welcome. It is Monday
I
night.
look really far forward and you look really far back.
Okay. I feel like we're having technical difficulties here. Anyway, it is Monday night, and that means it's time for.
Let's talk about.
And tonight we are going head to head, Kim and I. No more mucking around. We are doing the battle of the supplements, and we're going to see which supplement is better, BLM or
Sulfurzyme.
it's BLM, but
It's Sulfurzyme.
we're going to go through a charade to pretend that it
Vote
really
below.
isn't. Yeah, if you have an opinion, send us a vote below. But anyway, we're here every Monday night talking about things that matter with a bit of entertainment, a bit of inspiration, and a bit of education at the same time. So, should I run the song?
And while he's doing that, make sure you vote.
It's oh no!
Oh, he's lost his cards. Oh shoot, look.
Okay. Let's talk about Sulfurzyme and
I
BLM.
forgot we were singing.
And the bad things that make it. Let's talk about
Sulfurzyme and BLM.
Sulfurzyme and BLM. Sulfurzyme and BLM.
BLM.
Sulfurzyme and BLM.
Alright.
Okay, well, let's get rid of. Okay, so here's the deal.
I've got one vote already.
Oh, Kerry Castledine, hold on. Let me convince you of the error of your ways. So what we've got is we are going to talk about these two Young Living supplements, okay? Sulfurzyme and BLM, which we both have. Let's just quickly flash the goods there.
So I'm Sulfurzyme. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really wide, isn't it? So, and I've got BLM. There we go, BLM. So they're the two supplements. We're going to tell you a little bit about them as we go, but I thought we'd play it a little bit like a card game because Kim wanted just to go straight into the octagon and just duke it out with those big pink boxing gloves. I said no. Let's do something that's more civilized than that. So we were going to
play Celebrity Head, but we didn't have any of those headbands.
Alrighty, so without further ado, and we need your encouragement on this. So let's start off. Let's begin with. Well, let's just go for the major active ingredients in these things. Okay. So what have you got in Sulfurzyme?
So I've got MSM, methyl sulfonyl methane.
You can't even say it.
I've got that.
Okay, so which is what?
It's actually dietary sulfur. So the thing, a lot of people when they hear that this product has got sulfur in it, first thing they say to me is, I'm allergic to sulfur. And I say, no, that's the sulfur you find in drugs. You can't be allergic to this sulfur because it's the sulfur that makes your hair, your nails, your skin. You remember that smell, rotten egg gas when you're at school? It's the smell that makes that rotten egg gas smell. Or if you've ever set fire to your hair and it's singed, because you lean over the gas hot plate or something.
Or you just set fire to your hair.
That is what sulfur is, okay? So that's the key ingredient, MSM, in Sulfurzyme, okay?
Okay, and it is naturally occurring dietary sulfur, so
Yes.
which we all need. It's very good for us. Well, okay, so you've got
Don't
MSM.
look at my cards.
You've got MSM. Well, ha ha ha. Guess what I've got? I've got dimethyl sulfone.
Is that the same thing?
It's just another name for MSM. So yeah, so BLM also has MSM. So ha ha ha. There you go. I'll give you a couple of others.
How come you get to go again?
Because we're just alternating. That's the way it works. Okay, so we've both got MSM. Well, okay, here's something that you may not have. BLM has type 2 collagen. And if you know anything about things that are good for us, that's one thing that's good for us. And not only that, but
You get two goes.
Yep, glucosamine sulfate in your face, baby. So you can Google those two things, but type 2 collagen and naturally sourced type 2 collagen and glucosamine sulfate, both very good. And I'm going to come back to them because there's a couple of good selling points there. But okay, what else have you got? Have you got any
I've got Lycium barbarum, which is the Ninja wolfberry goji berry powder. So there you go, I've got that.
Okay, wow, that was a pretty heavy hit right there. What can you tell us about that?
So Young Living grows, well, they have a partner farm in Ningxia province, which is why it's Ningxia wolfberries or Ningxia goji berries, because it comes from Ningxia province, which is up at the foothills of the Himalayas. So when the melted snow comes off the Himalayas and flows down the river, all that beautiful nutrients and things like that go as silt and form the plains where they grow the goji berries. So, you know, they're organic, they're pure, they're, you know, amazing goji berries, and it's the powder. They turn it into powder, and it's the powder that is in Sulfurzyme.
Okay, that was a pretty impressive card that you just played, because as many people know, Ningxia wolfberries are a superfood, and in fact, Ningxia wolfberries are a superfood. So yeah, okay, I'll take
like
that.
What was that missile you were telling me about?
Mr. Trump's latest
missile. This is a super duper.
It's not a super
berry.
missile, it's a super duper missile. Well, this is a super duper goji berry. You gotta love it. Okay, so
we're losing viewers.
Alright, so let's talk about other ingredients. Have you got any essential oils?
I do.
I mean, this is Young Living, so what have
I
you got?
have copaiba. Copaiba is in Sulfurzyme.
Okay, well, I'll raise you your I'll see your copaiba, because BLM's got copaiba too. Huh?
Where did your copaiba come from?
Copaiba trees.
Alright.
And I'll raise you an Idaho balsam fir. And that's not all.
Where does your Idaho balsam fir come from?
Wherever I want it to come from. And I'll give you a clove as well.
So you've got 3 essential oils.
There are 3 essential oils in BLM.
BLM.
Yeah, yep. And once again, you can look up some of those things, but again, all supportive of your health, all, yeah, awesome. I can't think of anything else to say.
Well, Idaho balsam fir is obviously from Idaho. They grow it on the St. Marie's farm.
No, Highland Flats.
Highland Flats.
Highland
yes.
Flats, yeah. And they harvest it when?
In winter.
Middle of winter, yeah.
Because it has more of the beautiful constituents in the essential oil.
Yep, same place they also get their Idaho blues. Oh no, it's not. Different farm. They get their Idaho.
No, the blues
it is the same.
comes from the Highland Flats farm.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of Northern Lights, Black Spruce. Okay, so I've got 3. You've got a measly 1. But
I've got 2, haven't I?
But copaiba is pretty good.
Oh no, what have I got? I don't know.
Okay, so
But Amanda Stent Mackenzie says I'm winning, so I don't care.
no idea. Okay, well, so we've talked about active ingredients, and they're all pretty impressive. Let's talk about what you can actually say about Sulfurzyme. So, people make outrageous claims about all sorts of things. So one of the things that we do is we make sure that the claims that we make are genuine, and especially we have the Therapeutic Goods Administration in Australia, and they actually legislate on what we can and can't say about our products. So what can you say about Sulfurzyme?
So one of the approved claims with the TGA for Sulfurzyme is the temporary relief of osteoarthritic pain. So there you go. If you know anyone who has osteoarthritic pain.
Okay, could be in their knees. You can actually say that it's for the temporary relief of
osteoarthritic knee pain.
Yep. But yeah,
What
it's
about
osteoarthritic pain.
Jeremy pain.
There's nothing that solves that problem. Well, okay, I'll see your temporary relief of osteoarthritic pain, because BLM does that too. But guess what I've got up my sleeve?
What have you got?
Okay, now I talked about type 2 collagen, and I talked about glucosamine sulfate, and guess what they can do, which we're allowed to say? They support joint and tissue health is one thing. So we can make that claim about BLM, and it also supports normal cell function. So, which I think we all need.
What is normal cell function?
Well, if our cells aren't functioning for whatever reason, like that stuffs up our whole body, doesn't it? We can't. It does. You're not playing fair here. Okay, so I can make some pretty spectacular claims, but I noticed that you've still got another.
You're still cheating and looking at my cards.
I know. I noticed you've still got
How
one
do I
more.
get two? Oh no, I forgot to put one down.
You've still got one more card in your deck. Look, at this point in time, I've got more essential oils than you. I've got more claims that I can make with the TGA. I think I've pretty well won this battle. But you've got one more card, so do you want to play that now?
Okay.
So give me your best shot.
I'm vegetarian friendly because I don't have any animal products in here. Even the veggie caps, the capsules that the Sulfurzyme comes in are made from, I can't remember the name of the ingredient, but it's like a plant-based gelatin. It's not
they're not made out
animal-based
of
gelatin.
animal,
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm disappointed that you've said that because that's actually pretty hard to fight. When it comes to BLM, unfortunately,
You're not vegetarian.
I'm not vegetarian friendly. Do you know why that is?
Why?
Well, there's actually two reasons. So, type 2 collagen, denatured type 2 collagen, actually comes from chicken breast bones.
I thought it was shellfish.
No, the collagen actually comes from chickens, from their breastbone. And the other thing, which when you mention shellfish, is that BLM is actually, if you have a shellfish allergy, you shouldn't be taking BLM, okay? Because the glucosamine sulfate actually comes
you're one
from...
of the ingredients.
Yeah,
is
that
from
actually is
shellfish.
sourced from shellfish. So yeah. So there you go. They're two quite amazing products. Let's just finish to wrap up. A couple of quick things about them, right? People often say, should I take Sulfurzyme or should I take BLM? And that's a really good question. And the truth is, well, let me say a couple of things. Number one is, I think you could take either or, because if you're suffering from osteoarthritic pain, which would be, that's the approved reason for taking these things, then either of those things is going to be good. They both have MSM. They both have copaiba, so those things are really going to help with that issue, right? For an ongoing thing, I would say if you want to support those things, like you want to support your joints and your tissues, so if you've got issues that are around those kind of things, then I would say BLM is going to be good. Although if you're vegetarian or you have a shellfish allergy, that's not going to be an option. I would still then go with Sulfurzyme.
And lots of people take both of them. I know Jeremy.
And that was the last thing, is can you take both of them? The answer is yes. And if you do your research online, you'll find there's actually some really good arguments for taking both of them, which we can't go into here. But there you go.
So hopefully you've learned a little bit more about Sulfurzyme, because that was the important one. And BLM.
Sulfurzyme and BLM.
Yes.
Yeah. No, they are really good. Speaking for myself, like I can give a personal testimony here. I've really found both of these very helpful for me. So yeah.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining us, and we will see you same time, same bat channel next week.
And if you have any suggestions, as always, put them below. We love to get your suggestions on what we talk about.
Yeah. Actually, Kerry Castledine just asked what's the best way to combine them. I think Jeremy just takes both of them at the same time when he drinks his Dinsha Red with his mineral essence.
I do, although I would say probably, good question. I'll do some research and I'll get back to you, Kerry, about that. Because normally the suggested dose is for Sulfurzyme is actually 6 tablets a day, 3 in the morning and 3 at night. You can kind of mix that up according to how you're responding to the tablets, but I'll do some research on taking both of those and how you might do that.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.